Okay, so right now, this is Saturday, I guess what, the 20th or 21st? Maybe, I'm not sure, something like that. And it's about 1 o'clock. We've got great weather today. It's going to be, well, it's in the 70s, low 70s somewhere right now in the shade here. It's really nice. Whatever the temperature is, it's actual. There's a nice breeze. And I'm sitting here, it's about 1 o'clock and just got back from the farm doing chores at the farm. And now, as I have house chores to do, but I went and got Sweet Tea caught. Like I was gonna ride her today, but man, I started hurting again. So I'm gonna give her a break on. I'm gonna give myself a break on riding, but I still wanted to spend a little time with her. And I may ride her tonight. I don't know. But what I want to do is get her caught. And I did a little test. I just walked in there with the halter, and sometimes she likes to get haltered. Sometimes she likes me to come after her for a little bit before I can catch her. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Sometimes I walk right up to her and get her, like today. But I went and gave her water first, and she was in the barn. She's watching me. She did not come out like a roaring would come out. And so I walked in there and just halted her right up and walked her out. And she's perfect. She's not pushy at all. I let her walk behind me. I don't look at her, and I keep the rope slack. And she maintains her space. She's awesome. Not to say that she hasn't been a little pushy in the past. She's definitely been pushy in the past, but she's great. I give her an A+. Regardless of getting bucked off the other day, which, that was, I say I set her up to fail, but at the same time, she should not have bucked. She does know better. She's definitely going to know better by the next time we attempt some serious cattle work, and especially cattle work for people that I've never done work with before, that, I'm not sure exactly maybe their method, and even though it's pretty much the same, well, that's that. But anyway, so I brought her over here, and then, this is, a lot of horses, first of all, you can't catch them hardly. And then if you take the halter off them, they haul ass. So I know she wouldn't do that, but I thought she may walk off. And I actually don't mind if she walks off. But I wanted her to stay here and, eat some of this nice green grass on the side of the driveway that I didn't mow the other day. And there's a lot of clover in it and a lot of nice fresh shoots. And she'll do really well on it. Mind you, she has lots of grass in her pen and in those trees. There's enough grass out there for probably 10 horses for 6 months at this point. If they ate it all the way down, which I wouldn't mind something. I might let those cows in later this year and trample all that down, pound all those weeds in the dirt, and then, get it all cut off and start fresh for next year. When I say weeds, it's sage that's the problem out there. And not that sage is a problem in my opinion, except sometimes it gets too concentrated like it is over here now, and get to do something about that. Probably might even have to spray that. Unfortunately, I say that, but it is what it is. It's out of control. If you disc it, it's just going to all be sage. So anyway, that's me being a little hypocritical. But anyway, we got some great flowers that have been blooming all year long in this area here, by the clothesline, by the fire pit. Every day, well, not every day, but about every month, something different pops, and they're all really cool. And there's a lot is purple. South Dakota, you get a lot of purple and a lot of yellow, and there's a lot of daisy, not lilies, I suppose, back there that are in full bloom this year. And the iris is fully bloomed this year, and there's some lilies, more same type. But anyway, I took the halter off the horse and, intended on her to not really run off right away. I hope she wouldn't, and that she can just drift off later and explore, which she knows the way I've ridden her, that route before. So she knows where to go. She knows the boundaries. And she did just that. She stayed here, and she's been chowing down. And I went inside and got the fly spray and fly sprayed her. And then I got some ear treatment and, treated her ears for flies as well. And she's still here. She's starting to stretch it out a little bit, which is fine. Hopefully she'll go right over there. It would be awesome to just see her all day, standing out there grazing in the house yard. There's nothing better than that. So that's the status of Sweet Tea and riding. She's going to get rode, and I'll probably have to do it today regardless, even though I'm hurting. Maybe that'll get me back in alignment. I'm not sure. I was actually feeling a lot better in my back and in my neck, and I coughed this morning, and I've had the same deal happen before where you get like a really bad kink like between your shoulder blades and your spine, and it just hurts like hell to turn around or to look or even breathe sometimes. You wince and flinch almost nonstop, but that'll go away, and it always does. And I don't know, maybe it'll go away on a ride. And the only reason I'm probably not riding right now though is more so is my leg's still sore, and it's weak, and I don't suppose I can put down enough pressure if I needed to in a situation. That's kind of why I came off the second time, because she already had me softened up, you know, from the first ass kicking I got. I got turned inside out by this horse here. So, you know, it was easy getting me off the second time. But regardless, we don't plan on that happening again. Although I foresee that she will, and I'm going to try to avoid that at all costs, and without putting a bit back in her mouth, because, you know, I don't see that doing anything except making the situation worse. Yeah, you can control them, but I don't know. I haven't been riding her in a bit, and she might, you know, I give her a bit now, which I have no intention of doing. But if I did, I could see that going, having just the opposite effect. And I rode her in a bit one time. She didn't even respond to it that I saw. So, you know, what's the point? She's been great 99% of the time. So in a rope halter, and I think she'd have done the same shit in a bit anyway. So, because horses buck all the time in bits, and I think sometimes it gets a lot worse when you start yanking on that bit. But it is what it is. But anyway, I guess the whole point of this video was, you know, just show Sweet Tea. You know, that's what it's all about. She's amazing, and I want her to. She's gonna have to sack out. Like right now, she's looking at that target, which is great. You know, that could be like something a horse sees sometime on a ride, and all of a sudden gets scared. She does spook on a lot of things, but she doesn't spook like she did, you know, when she hauled ass bucking, just because of commotion. You know, there was numerous four-wheelers and a honking horn on a four-wheeler and the cattle, and I was working her pretty hard and sticking it to her, and, you know, working her like she was a horse that, you know, that knew how to work. And although she does, she doesn't yet, you know, obviously, if she went to doing that. But it is what it is. And she's a great horse to have in my string. And, you know, I'm not complaining, and I'm only thankful for her. And we'll get her up to speed, and she'll be amazing, which she'll be more amazing than she already is. All right, so that's it. Sweet Tea update.